Hello, my lovely atoms. A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Anubha Gaur, your chemistry master teacher, AJ Ma'am in front of you. And I hope pretty excited all the ICSE students, all the content we are making for you is specifically going to help you because this is VIP series called as very important topics and very important question series. And this is the chapter called as electrolysis. And you know that this is very much important. Definitely we are going to follow the reduced syllabus. So it's going to be super important session. I have divided this chapter into 2 sessions. So in the 2 sessions, we are going to cover the entire chapter with the most important questions. So I hope you will stay till the end and mark all the questions and you will do it along with me. Just take a copy and pen. Just think and start solving it with me. And you can compare it what you can add. I'll attach the entire solution also so that you can download the PDF file and see what you should write and can get the full marks without losing all the main points and insights. Okay, so shall we start? Are you all super duper ready with your Anubha Ma'am? Do not forget to like the video and support this channel equally. If you are new, do not forget to subscribe the channel and share the video so that it can reach to all the students and all the students can get the help throughout it. Okay, so let's start it right away with the very first question, and the question is, how will you distinguish between metallic conductor and electrolytic conductors? That's not a difficult question. I think you know it pretty well. When I talk about metallic conductors, suppose I give you the example of copper. We sometimes take platinum also, and so many other kind of metal rods. And when I say metallic conductor, that means whenever you pass electricity from the same, they are going to pass electricity with the help of flow of electron. So when I talk about metallic conductor, electricity is something that's going to pass through it due to flow of electrons. That's very much important point. Okay, and when I talk about electrolytic conductor, you know that these are my basically electrolytes. Suppose one example like NaCl, that's made up of opposite ions. When you take it into the molten form or in aqueous solution form, this is quite important to note it down. My electrolytic conductors are what? Molten form or aqueous solution form of my electrolytes, certain salt, they dissociate into ions. And due to flow of ions, electricity can be conducted throughout the same. That's why they are conductor. Okay, so this is the main difference. Flow of electrons in the metallic conductor, flow of ions into the electrolytic conductor. Okay, when I talk about metallic conductor, they won't undergo any kind of a chemical change. Because overall, if I pass current from copper, platinum and so many other metals, current will totally pass. It will just cause the resistance because due to the heating effect. But overall, that won't give you some new substance because electrical neutrality will be maintained. The flow of electrons will going to give you the positive charge atoms called as kernels and then negatively charged electrons, but overall atom will remain same. But in case of electrolytic conductor, what will happen? Chemical change will definitely going to occur because ions will move towards respective electrodes and going to submit over there. Okay, so chemical change will occur in electrolytic conductor, not in metallic conductor. Metallic conductor, whenever you pass electricity, will cause heating effect, will provide resistance, which electrolytic conductor will not give. Okay, decrease in resistance with the rise in temperature. That's something that you should not miss, because when the temperature will be going to rise throughout the electrolytic conductor, it will not going to increase the resistance but going to decrease it, so that there will be ease of the movement of ions. So this is something you should remember. Does not involve the transfer of matter. Overall, that's the same substance, but as I said, it is going to involve the transfer of ions on the respective electrodes, so that you will get new products on the electrodes. That's something very much important. You can categorize these into these 4 points which I have explained in that way. Make a table that will definitely help you to get good marks. Now let's move to question number 2. Explain how electrolysis is an example of redox reaction. Isn't it like an easy peasy question? Please do not forget to tell me in the comment section. We are all open to discussion. You can always type your answer so that I can also check and can get a clarity how much you know about it. So let's just fill the comment section with all of your comments. Okay. When I talk about redox reaction, students, that's basically a combination of reduction and oxidation. So when I say redox, I mean a kind of a reaction in which reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously. Okay, in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Do not miss this part. So how electrolysis is an example of the same. I'll explain reduction and oxidation with the help of one phenomena, one special kind of a effect, you must say, that's oil rig. And there's one more way. Leo goes to grr. The kind of a line like a coward one. It's like his roar is more of like grr. Okay. What exactly that mean? Oil rig. Oxidation is L, loss of electron. Reduction is G, gain of electron. Okay. In the same way, Leo, loss of electron is oxidation. I personally like this one. Loss of electron is oxidation. GER, gain of electron is reduction. Okay. So this point is clear. Loss of electron is oxidation and gain of electron is reduction. So this point is clear. Now I'll explain you how electrolysis is an example of redox reaction. Let me take sodium chloride as an electrolyte. You have to take the electrolyte into molten form so that ions will be free. What will happen? We'll be having a cathode and anode as the opposite charged metal rods, or the electrolytic conductor. We are going to use electrodes. Cathode attract cation, so that's a negatively charged electrode. Anode attract anion, that is attracting negative, so that is obviously positively charged electrode. So here what will happen? Cathode is something that's connected to the negative terminal of battery and anode positive terminal. At the cathode, there is so much of electron that is coming from the anode part. Anode is pushing the electron. So anode, anything that will come to the anode will lose its electron. Loss of electron, oxidation. They push their electron to the cathode side. Whatever will come to the cathode will gain those electron and will show reduction, gain of electron. So see that my Na positive will go towards cathode and will take electron to give you sodium metal at the cathode. On the opposite end, chloride ion will go and want to get rid of its negative charge. So what will happen? They lose electron. And you know that chlorine exists in the form of Cl2. So you have to take 2 molecules of NaCl. So yeah, process must be the same. 2 sodium ions will take 2 electrons. 2 chloride ion will lose 2 electrons to give chlorine gas. So what you see on the anode? Loss of electron, that's oxidation. What you see at cathode? Gain of electron, that's what? That's reduction. So cathode is something that's having reduction, anode oxidation. A reaction which is electrolysis, where oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So you can always explain that with the help of an example. So all the theories, whatever I told you is written also. I have explained in my best possible effort. So these are the points that you need to write. Explain this, that what is redox, then just take an example and show how my electrolysis is an example of redox reaction. Make sense? Okay, then let's move to next question, question number 3. Write equations to show the electrolytic dissociation of 2 acids and 2 bases. This is easiest question, I must say. You know, in our language, super easy kind of a question. Okay, let's just take 2 acids. I have taken hydrochloric acid and nitric acid in the aqueous form because ions will be dissociated in water. Water helps to dissociate the ions. What exactly is electrolytic dissociation? When electricity is passed through the electrolytes, they'll dissociate into ions. So acids, I've taken hydrogen ions, basically hydronium ions with chloride ions. Here H positive aqueous ions. Again, you can also call it hydronium ions and nitrate ions. Okay, this is the example of acids. When it comes to bases, let's just see that. I can take some strong bases because that will show proper ionization. You can take NaOH, you can take KOH. You could have taken ammonium hydroxide, but yeah, that won't be like proper dissociation will show. So Na positive aqueous ion, OH negative aqueous ion, K positive aqueous ion, OH negative aqueous ions. If you will take their aqueous solution, you could have taken the molten form also. That will also give you the free ions. Make sense? Nothing difficult. That is also giving you an idea what exactly is my ionization, how that exactly is happening, what is electrolyte, strong or weak. There's one more point that I really want to tell you. You can also show this double-headed arrow, because that's just telling that these are the ions that are going to form, and they can also combine to give you your respective compound as well at the same time. So both will work here. Yeah. Okay. Here comes the next question, which is, please respond with me. Let's see who will give answer fast. Let's have this competition. Okay. What are the particles present in a non-electrolyte? Oof, such an easy question. I have taught you this entire chapter with the help of one short video. I hope you had followed that. I have taught with the help of like Umang series, so many sessions for the same. And now we are doing it with the help of VIP. If you had followed everything, this is like super easy for you. Yeah. So what are the particles present in a non-electrolyte? Non-electrolyte is something that's not going to dissociate into ions, because that's not electrolyte. So that will always be in the molecular form. I'll give you an example. Sugar. Sugar is something when even if you put it in water, that's a covalent compound, not going to dissociate into ions. It will be there in the molecular form. So you'll say molecules. Yeah. Next is, what is conductivity of metals due to? And that also we did, I guess, in the very first question. That is definitely due to flow of electrons. Okay, please do remember VIP series is more of like a revision series. After following those videos and a quick revision, you can practice here with the help of so many questions. Okay. Now, what should be the physical state of lead bromide if it is to conduct electricity? That's a good question. First of all, we should know how to write the correct formula of lead bromide. If you make mistakes, then it will create problem. This is lead bromide. Just to conduct electricity, either you have to take the molten form of the same, or as I said, you can take the aqueous solution of the same as well. Choice is yours. So what particles are going to present in pure lead bromide? Pure lead bromide means I'll take it in the molten form, no water. Going to dissociate into lead ions and definitely bromide ions. You should know the charge and valency. Otherwise, if you write it in a wrong way, just like Br2 negative, something like this, that doesn't make sense and you can lose some of your marks. So please make sure to do it properly. Yeah? Okay. So that's great. That's great. These are the some terms that you need to explain. What exactly is electrolysis? Oh, come on. That's the name of the chapter. And that's very easy to explain that and know. Yeah? Do you believe in the same? Electrolysis, the word is giving the answer. Lysis means breakdown and electro means here electricity. So what exactly is electrolysis? That's a process in which when you take an electrolyte that is going to break down into ions while you pass electricity and undergo a chemical change. So in short, you can also tell that this is a process where electrical energy is going to give us some chemical energy. That means a chemical change, because substance will convert to ions and move towards respective cathode and anode. Yeah. So this is it's like if you know all the terms, you know how to perform electrolysis. These are all the things that we are going to have while performing electrolysis. Electrodes could be my metal rods, or basically certain substances that can conduct electricity that we are going to connect it with the battery. Yeah. So electrodes are the generally metal rods or some conductor of electricity we are going to use to connect it with the two opposite end of the battery. Okay. And then we are going to have two type of electrodes, cathode and anode. Cathode is the one that's going to connect with the negative terminal of the battery, and anode is the one that's going to connect with the positive terminal of the battery. How come? You can remember in this way, cathode is something that attracts cation. Cathode is something that attracts cation. That is going to attract the positively charged ion from the electrolyte. So that's negative. Anode is something that's connected to the positive terminal of the battery because it attracts anion, NN connection. It attracts anion. Okay. It's attracting negative charge. So that's definitely positive because opposite attracts. Please do remember these terms. And now this is very easy. Anion and cation exactly is what? You know that anion is the negative part of your electrolyte that's going to move towards the anode. Cation is the positive part of your electrolyte that is going to move towards the cathode from the electrolyte. And what is voltmeter? Voltmeter is that vessel, the glass vessel that we are taking for performing electrolysis with all of the things that I have told you till now. So with the help of this, I think all of this part is super duper clear. Yeah, I must say, funda is super duper clear. Okay, everyone, let's move ahead. But before that, all the newcomers, just some information about this platform, that how lovely Vedantu platform is. Not only YouTube, we have classes on our own platform, which is equally amazing because you will be able to attend all the live classes, unlimited live classes with the high level of quiz that you can attend during the session. And it's going to be super fun, trust me. You will be able to compete with the students throughout the world and can see the replay with such a possibility that you'll be able to participate in the quiz at the replay time and can come to the leaderboard. Isn't it amazing? Leaderboard, it's like so many students were telling me, now we see the session with so much of this interaction. We won't see that this is just a passive learning that just teacher is teaching you. Handwritten notes of all the teachers with most important question, doubt solving with the help of master teachers and a team of class teachers totally dedicated to you. So ICSE 10th class students, there will be like plenty of courses for you, and the best part is so many crash courses are going to start and already started, because if you enroll for the same, you will be able to revise your entire subjects in almost a month. So that's like a very good opportunity to attend it. For that, what you all have to do, there's a link in the description box pinned by Vedantu channel, and in that there will be a link, Get Pro Classes. Just open that, select ICSE and your target as 2021, and do not forget to apply AGE English channel. Pro is the course. AGE Pro will give you discount from 20 to 31% for 1 to 3 months. I know 3 months will not make much more sense right now. You can at least go for a month course and can check how beneficial it will be, and it's just for 2159 rupees. Just like paying, if you attend, it's all up to you how many classes you're going to attend, and be a super smart students and take the maximum benefit out of the same and revise everything, and it's just paying 11 rupees per session. So you can choose wisely what you want to do. What say? Yes? Okay. This is the information from my side. I am pretty much hopeful that that's going to be a wonderful experience for you. Yeah. Let's move to the next question. And the question is, by giving 4 examples in each case, define or explain the terms like strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. Again, that's not a difficult question to do because somehow we already got to know about the same. Strong electrolytes are the ones that is going to be almost completely dissociated in the form of ions, and weak electrolytes are the one that is not going to be completely dissociated, more of like partially dissociated in the form of ions. So that will contain ions as well as molecules. But when I talk about strong electrolytes, complete term is more of like a myth, almost completely dissociate in the form of ions. And strong electrolyte, you can take the example of strong acid, strong base, and some salt also, like HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, diluted form. You can take NaCl, you can take KCl, you can take NaOH, KOH. I have given you plenty of examples. When it comes to weak electrolyte, you can take some weak acid, weak base, and some acidic or basic salt also. So I can take the example of carbonic acid, I can take the example of ammonium hydroxide, I can take the example of acetic acid, which is a weak acid. You can even take an example of tap water, because water, with the help of having certain ions, you can take the example of ammonium chloride, which is like a salt again, and there could be like plenty of examples. Sodium carbonate, so you can take that. Make sense? All the list is there in front of you. You can choose some out of the same as well. Okay, let's move to next question. And the question is, copper is a good conductor of electricity, but it's not an electrolyte, it's non-electrolyte. This is something, if you're listening me from very starting, in question number 1, somehow we got to know about the same. What do you think about it? Yes or no? Yeah. Copper, yes, is a good conductor of electricity, because if I see and take a piece of copper, I'm going to have nothing but copper, right? Copper, 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 copper. Now the only thing is, when you pass electricity from the same, what exactly is going to happen? They're going to lose electron, and these electrons kept on flowing, and due to flow of electron, electricity will be conducted. But that's non-electrolyte, because even after passing electricity, I told you that electrical neutrality is maintained. The positive charge and the total electron, the total amount of positive charge and total amount of negative charge is same. It's not going to give you something in form of a chemical change or an ion that is going to move towards the respective electrode. So that's definitely a non-electrolyte. That's not an electrolyte. Electrolyte is something that will give you free ions that will move towards respective cathode and anode. So it's not giving some new product. So that's not acting as an electrolyte. Please do remember that my metals are non-electrolyte, though they are conductor of electricity. Okay. And you know that 10th class is about to get over, and you must be thinking that what to do for higher classes. So you know that Vedantu already launched Target Aims 2021-23. That's like an awesome opportunity, because from 21st December to 30th Jan, you can attend some special classes to be a part of this journey and can start preparing. You'll get the proper foundation that what to do, how to do, and all the teachers, all the best master teachers will help you. This is the link, and you can definitely register for the same and can be a part of this transformation journey. Yes? Okay. Now here comes homework. Why I kept this question as a homework? Because somehow we discussed that already. So I really want you to answer and tell me that what could be the right way to explain that. Mercury is a liquid and allow the flow of electricity, though it's not an electrolyte. I think you understood because we did it already. So I'll be getting that as your response. Please do let me know. And that's not the end of the session. Okay. Now we have certain questions. Why are acids, bases and salts classified as electrolytes? This is also like interconnected type of a question. My acid is something and bases and salts are electrolyte because in their aqueous solution form or in their molten form, they'll be able to pass electricity from the same. We have taken plenty of example. You can explain that with the help of an example. That suppose I have taken HCl in the aqueous form. This is going to dissociate into ions which will move towards respective electrodes and bring a chemical change. Same in the case of base, same in the case of salt. You can take other salt also, like suppose I have taken calcium chloride, molten form, and start passing electricity from the same. Will give you ions, and these ions start passing and bringing a chemical change. That's what an electrolyte generally does. Okay, so you can explain that too. This is like, again, whenever you see such big questions, you're like, oh, that must be difficult. But trust me, whenever questions are like big one, these are the easy ones as well. It's like the statement is big. You have taken 3 different electrolyte, A, B, and C, and connected in a separate circuit. Electrolytic cell A contain NaCl, okay, in the molten form or a solution. So you can take aqueous solution. When the circuit is completed, a bulb in the circuit glows brightly. You have connected it to cathode and anode and connected a bulb with the same. In B, you have taken acetic acid aqueous solution, weak acid. In C, you have taken sugar. What's the formula of sugar? C12H22O11. That's a sugar. And you completed the apparatus by connecting to cathode and anode, joined a key and a bulb. Now the question is, bulb will not glow here. Here bulb will glow dimly, here brightly, and here no glow. They are asking, give a reason for each of these observations. That's related to the last question and last question also, which we had discussed. A, in the case of A, bulb will glow brightly because my sodium chloride is a strong electrolyte and going to dissociate completely. So more ions, more conduction of electricity that's going to be there through the cathode and anode. So more conduction of electricity means bulb will glow with a bright light. But when it comes to acetic acid, which is a weak electrolyte, so the amount of ions that are going to be generated is comparatively less, as due to partial dissociation. Less ions are going to pass through the circuit, less amount of electricity is going to be there, so bulb will glow dimly. But in the case of sugar, that's a covalent molecule, and in the case of covalent molecule, they won't dissociate into ions, will be there in the molecular form. No free ions, no conduction of electricity, and electricity is not reaching to the bulb, so bulb will not glow at all. What do you say? True? Yes or no? That's what is written here. Nothing like something like a Big Bang theory. That's very easy. What do you say? So students, I would love to see your response and I would love to see your homework. Let's make this session a big hit as well. Just keep liking and sharing it to your friends. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and get all the courses of Vedantu, because here classes are fun, live quizzes, competition throughout the world, interactive replay. You'll be able to participate in the in the quiz and the replay too. And going to have a wonderful experience. You'll get all the notes with most important questions. Your doubts will be solved with the help of master teachers and a team of class teachers. So many crash courses are starting right away to ensure that you'll do good and can definitely boost your score. And with the help of this AGE Pro code, you will be able to get a discount. Link in the description box to get the Pro classes. AGE Pro will give you a month course in 2159, 3 months course, more benefit. It's like 5599 as in 1866 rupees per month. But I know you can choose it wisely what's going to benefit you. Yeah, everyone. So this is it from my side. You can follow me on Instagram also. And that is it from this class. There is one more class that's going to come very soon. Please wait for it. Just see the daily schedule and hope you already like, share and subscribe. You can reach out to me. I'll come very soon. Until then, keep following. Stay tuned. Take care of yourself. Hasta la vista.